All right, all right, all right. Let's see. All right. Bring up the schedule up. Let's see. Much better now. She took the NyQuil. I mean Dayquil. Now I'm drowsy. I hope my voice will live better. Let's see. So tonight's game. So before we get started, I'll let you guys know that I'm trying to see what we can do for like separate videos of like start and sit, like quarterback edition, running back edition, tight end, wide receivers, and then maybe defensive kicker. But I'm not sure how we're gonna do this because it's a lot of players and it's a lot of editing on my part. I don't have an editor, so it's a lot to put into all of this because when I do the waiver wire and the start, it takes me a while to do, especially during the shorts. It may look like it takes quick, but takes a while because I have to put the name in, put the video in. Yeah, so I'm gonna see what we can do for the start and sit for the waiver wires. For the quarterback, my bad, quarterback, running back, wide receiver videos. If you want me to do it, I can try everything in my power to make separate videos for each position. But if you don't, you're cool about it, about me doing start and sit in general, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, let's get started. So today we'll do quarterbacks. We might do running backs tomorrow, and then wide receivers and tight end on Saturday. But I'm gonna see how today goes, how the video does, and then we'll take it from there. So tonight, Seahawks versus Cardinals. As you know, Sam Darnold is starting against Kyler Murray's Cardinals. I'm going to say start Sam Darnold, sit Kyler Murray. I don't trust Kyler Murray because Marvin Harrison hasn't done the greatest. On top of that, the Cardinals don't really have a lot of good wide receivers to really, play around with. Plus, the O line a little bit iffy. So Kyle Murray is going to be using his legs much more often than usual against this pretty good Seattle defense. Now, Sam Darnold definitely start. Cardinals defense isn't really that scary. Like you're gonna see Sam Darnold definitely do his thing tonight when he versus them. So yeah, there's that. Then the next quarterback would be Vikings versus Steelers. We got Aaron Rodgers and not JJ McCarthy. He's still out. It's going to be Carson Wentz. Wow. Okay, both of these have really good defenses. Ah, man. I'm gonna say uh I want to say sit for both because you're versing two really good defense, but sometimes one defense is better than the other. And yes, but we saw versus the Vikings last week, defense was amazing, and then the Steelers sometimes can show out. I would say sit both of these if you can. I did really, it's a little risk, but in a way, on the other hand, it might be a high scoring game, so they might throw a lot of touchdowns. So I would say either start or sit is up to you. But if you have a better quarterback besides Carson Wentz and Aaron Rodgers, put them in instead of them. For Commanders versus Falcons, um, all right. As for Commanders versus Falcons, I'm gonna say don't start Pickens. I don't trust him. Last week was kind of not good for him. I just can't confident it might not be that well this week. And the Commanders defense is pretty good. I wouldn't trust him. As for uh, quarterback for the Commanders, it looks like Jaden Daniels might not be playing this week. He says he's fine, but the doctor didn't clear him. So I would say if Jaden Daniels does play, definitely start Jaden Daniels. But if he doesn't play, I would say do Marcus Mariota. Yeah, why not? I mean, I would definitely start him over Penix. So I would definitely start Mariota over him. But in general, I just wouldn't start both of them if I had a better quarterback. So I would say that. Now, Chargers versus Giants, easily start Justin Herbert. Giants defense is bad. Herbert's gonna go off once again. You may think, well, the Giants do have some good in them, which I get it. Versus the Chiefs, it was something else. But nah, I think the Chargers are gonna do really good this game versus the Giants. So to start Justin Herbert. Now, as for the Giants side, no Russell Wilson. He's not the quarterback at all the rest of the season. They said that Jackson Dart to be the quarterback for the rest of the season. I honestly want to say start Dart, but the preseason is totally different than the regular season. So I'm going to say, like I said, if you have a quarterback that's not as good, start Dart. But if you do, start Dart. Wait, don't start Dart. My bad. But Uh, yeah, I would try to avoid Dart's first regular season game in the NFL, and he's versing a really good Chargers defense. And in general, like a lot of times when you see rookie quarterback play the first NFL game, especially for a first string starter on defense, you're gonna watch out on how they play because first string defense is totally different than the third and fourth string defense. So I would say bench Dart if you can. Now, as for the Titans versus Texans, I'm gonna say, don't start any of these quarterbacks. C.J. Stroud and the rookie. I would not start both these quarterbacks. I just don't trust them. C.J. Stroud just having a very iffy time. It's not his fault. It's the O line. Again, the O line is the issue for the Texans. As for the Titans, uh, young quarterback, you really can. Can't really say nothing about that. What's good is Sports State. So young quarterback, I just can't really trust. Uh, I can't trust the rookie. I just can't at the moment. But I feel like next year he'll do much better than this year. He's a lot of learning to do. As for the Eagles versus Bucks, I'm gonna say start both. I would say leaning towards more Jalen Hurts than Baker. So definitely start Jalen Hurts over Baker. Now, you can definitely start Baker if you would like, but it's a little bit of a risk because the Eagles defense is somewhat good. But like I say always, if you have a better quarterback than the guys I suggest you, put them in before. Don't put the guys I'm telling you to put in right now. So if someone better than Baker, put them in. Because this matchup a little bit risky for Baker. Yes, Baker does give you a good amount of fantasy points the last couple of weeks, but you want to be safe than sorry, though. I would definitely try to avoid Baker at the moment. As for the Panthers versus Patriots, I would say, okay, Drake May. I don't like. Honestly, I don't like the Patriots in general. I'm a Jets fan, but don't start the Panthers quarterback. He's trash. Uh, I'll definitely start Drake May over him. Drake May would definitely have a better game in this versus the Panthers. Panthers defense not that scary. As for the Patriots defense, they're much better than the Panthers defense. Would try to avoid the Panthers quarterback in this game. Now Saints versus Bills. Easily do not start the Saints quarterback. The Bills defense is really good. As for the Bills quarterback Josh Allen, always have to start him every single week. Start Josh Allen. If you don't start him, I don't even know what you're doing. The Saints defense is not scary. Josh Allen's gonna go off. Watch me. Watch. Now we have Browns versus Lions. Uh, I took off. I have Jared Goff on my team, but I put Daniel Jones over him because which we'll get into Daniel Jones. But the reason why I don't want you to start Golf is because you're versing a pretty good Cleveland Browns defense who did pretty good against the Packers. And Love, had a little bit of shaky, but I just wouldn't start Golf. And I definitely would not start Joe Flacco in this game. Like, this one is a much more debatable one, the Browns and Lions game, because like I feel like this is a little bit different compared to the Packers game and even the other matchup because I feel like both of these teams are gonna find a way to get a touchdown and put a lot more points on the board. So I would say I'm in the middle. I would say like maybe start, maybe stay with someone better. Man. Now for the Jaguars versus 49ers, avoid Trevor Lawrence in this game. 49ers defense is really good. Yes, they're without Nick Bosa, but they're still a good team. As for the 49ers, Brock Purdy. Let me check Brock Purdy. I think Brock Purdy isn't playing yet, if I'm correct on that. I might be wrong. Who is, let me check, starting right now for the, I kind of lost like my train of thought. Okay, Mac Jones. Okay, I thought Brock Purdy playing, but he's still injured. So definitely start Mac Jones. Yeah, he does not have Brandon Ayuk, does not have George Kittle, but the 49ers offense is much, much better in place against the Jaguars defense compared to the Jaguars offense against the 49ers defense. So definitely start Mac Jones in this game. Do not start Trevor Lawrence in this game at all. Uh oh, baseball question. All right. Do you think the Yankees will take over first place? Uh no, I don't think they're gonna try after this because they just made it. So I don't think they're really gonna try a whole lot to get in the first place. But I think maybe they will. I might be wrong, but I think they're just gonna chill the last 4 or 5 games left. So I think they're fine. Now let's move on to the Colts versus Rams. Start Daniel Jones. He's been going off the last 3 weeks, so definitely start him. That's why I'm starting him over Jared Goff. Yes, the Rams defense could be a little bit interesting, but Daniel Jones just is a new person on this team. So I'm definitely starting Daniel Jones. As for Matthew Stafford, yeah, I would start Matthew Stafford for sure. Devontae Adams doing his thing, Puka's doing his thing. Definitely start Matthew Stafford. Yes, the Colts defense is somewhat good, but I think they're gonna find a way to put a lot of points for Matthew Stafford. Caleb Williams, Bears versus Geno Smith, Raiders. Okay. Uh, I'm gonna say I would sit Geno Smith. I don't trust him. Another bad week on Geno's part. Caleb, I would say start him. I would say start him for sure. I just don't trust the Raiders defense. They were good for a minute, and I don't know what happened. I have no idea. Maybe because of Pete Carroll's system. Who knows? Who knows? But definitely start Caleb over Geno. As for Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs versus Lamar Jackson, Ravens, definitely start both of them. Going to be a high power point, we want to call it, shootout. So definitely start both of them for sure. But I'll say this though, if you had to choose, I'm choosing Lamar Jackson over Patrick Mahomes. Ravens defense is much better than the Chiefs defense, so look for Lamar Jackson to do a little bit better than Mahomes. Now, as for Packers versus Cowboys, start. Okay, that was random. Uh, Scared me a little bit. Start Love for sure, but do not start Doc Prescott because you got his old teammate on the other side. Plus, the Packers defense is really good. So Prescott did not have CD Lamb this week. He's out for a few weeks. He only had George Pickens, and he had maybe that tight end, but that's it. So look for the Packers to really bring a lot of pressure to Prescott. Love's gonna do his thing. Yes, the Cowboys are somewhat good on defense, but they're gonna find a way to give Love a lot of fantasy points in this one. Now, as for Monday Night Football for these two games, excuse me, I'm still sick. Jets versus Dolphins. I'm gonna say, man, I feel like Tua might do something. But then in a way, Jets did pretty good last week versus the Bucks, holding them to under 20 something points. Uh, I would sit Tua and I would start Tyrod Taylor. I would not start Justin Fields if he does tend to play on Monday Night Football. I would do that. I just don't trust the Dolphins defense. I feel like even if Justin Fields does come back, I feel like Justin Fields is just still going to be iffy. And the Dolphins are just going to be manhandling him easily. As for Tyrod Taylor, he's more experienced. He's a veteran. He knows how to play. We saw that last week versus the Bucks. Now, as for the last game, Bengals versus Broncos, I'm going to say that sit the quarterback for the Bengals. I was thinking, but why? The guy's trash, bro. Last week he did horrendous. And start Bo Nix.
start Bo Nix. The defense for the Broncos is really, really good. As for the Bengals defense, is not the greatest right now. They have their moments, but Bo Nix and that offense is gonna go right through the Bengals defense easily. But yeah, guys, that is the live chat for quarterbacks of who you should start and you should sit for week 4 of the NFL. If I missed any other like players or whatever, which I highly doubt coming over everyone, or any other news, let me know in the comments. And yeah, guys, I'm trying to think one more thing before we go. Like I said earlier, let me know in the comments if you want me to do live chats of who to start, who to sit on quarterbacks, separate video, running backs, tight end, wide receiver. Let me know in the comments, and I'll do a separate like regular video. Or if you want, I just do live. I think live would be much easier for me because I don't have an editor. I could just hire and just do my editing for me. It's a lot to do. So yeah, let me know in the comments. And you can see the dog over here. She's over there somewhere. But yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video.